Welcome to clickmyproject.com. Let me discuss the project about multistructure large deformation diffeomorphic brain registration. In this paper we are providing a new methods to constrain brain MRI registration and perform experiments evaluating the alignment of manual traced structure, reduction of inter-subject variance, and morphometric results using group-wise registration compared against traditional MRI-based registration. In multistructure diffeomorphic registration to brain registration, where the set of initial segmentation is used as structures along with the MRI, because we are using image registration with this registrations to this MRI. Because we are using image registration, we thus restrict our scope of structures to this that can be represented volumetrical as images, such as MRI volumes, and anatomical segmentations are those that can be interpreted as a volumetric grid. It's the block diagram of our project. First we will load MRI brain images, and next one is pre-processing. Then pre-processing will be applied for input original images for MRI images. Then the salt and pepper noise will be applied for original image. This noise is the random occurrence of both black and white intensity values. Impulse noise, random occurrence of white intensity values. Smoothing is very effective for removing Gaussian noise. The weight give higher significance to pixel near the Gaussian is equivalent to filtering. With a filtering impulse a significant reduction. The next one is gray matter segmentation. Then gray matter segmentation is the surface based labels are mapped from the atlas using the folding patterns, specifically the curvature of the cortical surface, and then the converted to a volumetric representation by projecting the label values from the surface to the pixels labeled as gray matter. The next one is white matter segmentation. Then white matter segmentation is the track based labels and functional images, spectrally weighted images. Then transfer the images are quantified relaxation based maps. The multi-contrast LTDMM approach specific to the problem of deviation tensor image registration has to also been proposed. Then the while brain registration is performed with the deviation tensor derived from the images. The next one is brain registration. Then brain registration is the brain and white matter regions and the DDI. Then incorporation of multiple streams of information improves the registration. Then the brain registration is the multistructure diffeomorphic registration of brain registration, where a set of initial segmentation is used as structure along with the MRI. Because we are using image registration, we thus restrict our scope of structures to this that can be represented volumetric as images as used to the MRI volumes. The next one is dice overlap. Dice overlap region is the overlapping the one of the best regions to this used to finding of this relative performance of these registration methods under comparison appear to be little affected by the choices of subject population, labeling protocol, and a type of overlap measure. Thus our choice of only using the two largest databases of this dice overlap measure is justified. Now let's see about the execution part. I am having main m.m file, then select the file, right click, run file. Then here we have to select the figure file. The next one is and select the load image. Then here we have to select the input image. Then next one is pre-processing. Then this one is noise, image, salt and pepper noise. The next one is noise removal process. Then Gaussian, then salt and pepper noise will be applied for input image. Then this image is Gaussian filter will be applied for noise image. The next one is segmentation. Then first of all white matter segmentation. The next one is gray matter segmentation. Then this one is white matter segmentation. White matter segmentation is the surface based and labels are mapped from the atlas using the cortical folding patterns. Then this one is gray matter segmentation. Then gray matter segmentation is the very useful to the volumetric representation by projecting the label values from the surface to the pixels labels as gray matter. Then this one is average gray matter segmentation. Then average gray matter segmentation use of the structures from free surface. This provides the multi-structure registration with constraints from a surface-based representation of this, which is known to better represent anatomical structure and function of the highly cortical topologies. We use the following 8 subcortical structures: left and right inclusive, lateral vertex, and the nucleation process. Then the next one is group wise registration. Group wise registration is very useful to the segment. The goal of brain registration is to bring structure into alignment with each other. The commonly used method to evaluate registration performance is to manually segment brain structure in a group of subjects and measure how well the structures are aligned after registration. To use this label argument method to evaluate the we performed under this some conditions for this fully crossed pairwise brain registrations on a given datasets. Then they used to do the registrations. Then they compared to the manual segmentation of the subjects with a propagate manual segmentation process. Then this one for segment the image for brain registration process. This registration process is very useful to freely available for MR imaging datasets to evaluate our brain registration methods. The next one is dice overlap. Dice overlap is the regions for group wise image registration using the dice overlap regions. This region is one of the most significant findings of this relative performance of these registration methods is that the used comparison appear to be little affected by the choices of subject populations, labeling protocol, and type of overlap measure. Then these methods is the dice overlaps are generally in the same range except for the brainstem, where both LDMM and LDMM multistruct are considered the higher. This could be attributed to the fact that our brains were the skill stripped prior to the registration process. Then finally, that the conclude this process for this very useful to generate the to include further modalities such as deviation tensor or functional data. The total number of channels would further increases, although free surface processing pipeline takes several hours to complete cortical reconstruction and segmentation for a single brain. However, thanks to significantly increasing hardware capabilities in face of rapidly decreasing hardware costs and to several national and international high performance computing initiatives that now allow easy access to computational resources. Thank you.